everyone, how are you all doing? Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today we're discussing my summer TBR. So summer is my least favorite season. I hate the heat. I hate, the sweat. It's disgusting. I don't like summer. I'm a fall girly, but I do love making a TBR for the summer. I do love reading summer books that are set at the beach or just set during the summer. I really enjoy them. So this is one of the seasonal TBRs that I do enjoy curating and reading. So I have some exciting books to talk about today with you all. We've got some classics. We've got a lot of romance. We have some fantasy, and we have, of course, some young adult contemporaries. So we're gonna get started, I think, with the romance books because that's what I have the most of. So first of all, I have 3 Emily Henry books. These are rereads for me. So me and my friends Peyton and Kit are hosting an Emily Henry read-along for the next few months. We started with Great Big Beautiful Life. Hopefully the live show for that will be happening very soon, but we are continuing on with her books in publication order. So for June we are reading Beach Read. For July we are reading People We Meet on Vacation, and for August we are reading Book Lovers. I am so excited to be rereading these books with Peyton and Kit and to do live shows and chat with you guys on my channel. It's going to be just so fun. An Emily Henry summer. What more could you want? And then the last romance books that I want to reread are 2 Libby Hart books. So we have Planes, Trains, and All the Feels and The Great Dating Fake Off. I've never reread either of these, so I'm really excited to reread them, re-experience them, because honestly my memory is so bad that I don't remember a lot of details from these books. So I'm just really excited to delve into them again, see what's going on. I also wouldn't mind rereading Some Kind of Wonderful, but that one I think maybe will happen after summer, or maybe if I have time I will get to it. But I've just been in a mood to reread Libby Hart's books, re-annotate them. I've got a lot of annotations already, but I just love Libby Hart's books so much. They're so fun, so cute. So this one is kind of inspired by Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So our main characters are both trying to get home. I don't remember if it's for a holiday. I think it's for like their own individual like family events, and their flight gets canceled and they both end up stuck together to find their way home. Lots of shenanigans, lots of fun, steamy, cute, hilarious, as Libby Hart books always are. And then this one is fake dating, but our main characters are fake dating other people at a wedding, but they have crushes on each other. So it's kind of a lot of like, it's kind of forbidden romance in a way, because they should not be trying to date while they're fake dating other people at this wedding, because that's not a way to keep up appearances. And it's just a lot of fun watching them navigate their feelings for each other while also trying to commit to their fake relationships. It's really, really fun, really cute, a fun take on the fake dating trope. So love these books, cannot wait to reread them. Definitely a high priority for me this summer. And then I have a few new releases that I've not gotten to yet this year, and I feel terrible about it because these are like some of my top anticipated reads of the year, and I haven't gotten to them yet. I don't know what's with me and new releases this year, but I've been terrible at it for the most part. So let's get through these. The first one is Get Lost With You by Sophie Sullivan. Honestly, don't know what this book's about. Sophie Sullivan is an autobi author for me. I adore her. I do believe it's like a companion book to Love Naturally, which came out last year, I think, and I really enjoyed that one. So it's going back to the Get Lost Lodge that we know in that book, and we're following, I think, the sister of like the person who runs that lodge. So it's gonna be fun. I literally don't know anything about it. Is it a second chance romance? Yeah, it's a second chance romance. I don't know anything about this book, but it's giving summery vibes. I'm excited about it. So hopefully I can get to this one very soon. It's not very long, and obviously romance books are just quick to read in general. So I have high hopes for this one. I just need to actually sit down and read it. Then we have Book Boyfriend by Emily Wibberley and Austin Siegman-Broca. This book has been on a few TBRs this year since it's come out, and I don't know why I haven't gotten to it yet. Normally I read their books right when they come out, like the second I get my hands on it, I'm reading it. So I don't know what's happened with this release, why I haven't read it right away, but I'm very excited about it. I feel like just reading the little blurb on the top of the back here is just the perfect way to describe this book. It says, devoted fangirl meets hesitant fanboy in the swoony contemporary love letter to readers who adore fantasy worlds. It sounds perfect. Why haven't I read it? I have no idea. Their romance books are some of my absolute favorites, so I really don't know why I haven't read this, but I'm hoping to read it very, very, very soon. So hopefully I can do that. Hopefully I love it as much as their other books. I'm really excited about it. So literally don't know why I haven't read this book yet. It's actually a crime. And then we have a slightly newer release, and that's Friends with Benefits by Marissa Cantor. I adore Marissa Cantor's young adult novels, and I believe this is her first foray into the adult romance space, and I'm so excited about it. This book, gorgeous. I'm obsessed with these orange sprayed edges. I don't know what it is about it because orange is not one of my favorite colors, but I think just like the boldness of it is like really appealing to my eyes. I don't know why, but this one, I'll just say the top blurb again because I do feel like it's perfect. It says, lifelong best friends say I do to a marriage of convenience, trading vows for a financial safety net and benefits, perfect for fans of Emily Henry and Catherine Center. I love Marriage of Convenience. It's literally fake dating but on crack because they are legally married to each other. Like, they are committed legally, and it adds a whole extra layer. I'm obsessed. I'm so excited for this. So again, don't know why I haven't read it yet. Like, I don't know what's been up with me this year in my reading, but like, I'm all over the place. But I'm really excited for this book, and I'm hoping to love it. I've loved all of Marissa Cantor's books that I've read, so I feel like this one should be no different. I'm very excited, again, hoping to read this very, very soon. The next book is a book that has been on a plethora of TBRs, and it's one that I don't know why I haven't read it yet, don't know how I haven't read it yet, but I feel like now is the time. It is actually on my TBR for June. I did not do a TBR jar video this month. I just never got around to it, and I felt like I had set books that I already wanted to read, so I don't know if I'll be doing TBR jar videos this summer because, like I said, I've got a lot of books that I'm planning to read already. But yeah, this is one that I need to read, and I've put it on my June TBR, and that is One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston. When did this book come out? Was it like 2022? Was it earlier than that? 2021. That's what I was afraid of. I was afraid it was 2021. I bought this book when it came out. I don't know why I haven't read it, but I read Red, White, and Royal Blue, and I really enjoyed it. It's not like an ultimate favorite, but I do really like it. And then I just read I Kiss Shara Wheeler, which is her young adult book. I read that last month, and I really enjoyed that one as well. I listened to the audiobook of that one. I think my issue with Casey McQuiston books, which has nothing really to do with them at all, but it's just they tell their books in a third person present tense, and for some reason most of the time I have a really hard time connecting with that way of writing, and I think it's because that's how I write my outlines when I'm like planning on writing a book. And so when I'm reading it, it takes me a minute to like actually get into it because it reads like an outline, if that makes any sense at all. So sometimes I just have a bit of a struggle getting into it, and I feel like because I've like pushed this book off for so many years now, like 4 years, I feel like there's just like this expectation and this like hype around it in my head that I'm really scared to read. I don't know why, but it's Pride Month this month. Obviously this is a sapphic romance, so I figured if there's a time to read it, it should be now. Just finally get it off the TBR. I'm hoping to love it. I feel like I have the potential to love this one more than Red, White, and Royal Blue? Question mark? I don't know, but I just think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I believe our main character like sees this girl on the subway, but she's like trapped in time in the 70s. Yeah, so she has to like do what she can to like help get her out of this situation. I don't know. I feel like it's not gonna end happily. I have no idea. I'm really nervous but excited to get to this one. I'm hoping that I love it. Hoping to read this one again very, very soon since it is on my TBR for this month, but we shall see. Pray for me that this actually gets read this month. I'm ready to tick it off with the TBR, okay? It needs to be read. Oh, you can see my little pile starting to stack up over here. The next book is Something Wilder by Christina Lauren. I have no idea what this book's about, but it gives summer vibes, and Christina Lauren is one of my favorite romance authors. Obviously it's two authors in one, but I love them so much. And yeah, I'm just ready to read a new Christina Lauren. Like I said, it gives summer vibes, but I don't know what it's about. Ooh, there's treasure hunts through the canyons of Utah. They're in the desert. That gives kind of summer, campfires. But yeah, I don't know anything about what this book's about. Couldn't tell you the tropes, couldn't tell you the plot. I know nothing, but I'm ready to read it and I'm excited. So I'm thinking this one July or August. I don't know why. I feel like this would be a good beach read, so if I go to the beach this summer, this would be the book to pick up. But I don't know, I'm just excited. Love Christina Lauren, love their books, so hopefully I can get to this one soon, because I do believe it's the only book of theirs that I own that I have not read. Okay, what shall we get into next? Let's just go through the couple of fantasy books that I have, because I literally only have two, and one of them I've actually already read, but I still wanted to talk about and include it in this video. So maybe let's do that one first, and it is obviously Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. I was lucky enough to be sent an ARC of this book from Tor, so thank you so much to them for sending me this book. I could not be more grateful. They did send it to me just shortly before the release, so I started it I think a week before it came out officially in the world, and I finished it the day after release, I think on the 11th, and I loved it. I feel like I still need time to like sit with my thoughts, because I did only finish it a couple of days ago, but I really enjoyed it. I love V.E. Schwab. There are only a couple of books of theirs that I don't love, so this one was really exciting. It's sapphic vampires, but I just found it so interesting. The vampires were so fun. I just really had a good time with this book. I loved following these characters and like seeing their journeys and seeing V.E. Schwab's take on vampires. It was really interesting. I only have 3 tabs in there. I definitely could have tabbed more, but I wasn't really in a tabbing mindset. There was just a few things that really stood out to me that I had to tab, but I just really enjoyed this book. I loved how the 3 characters that we were following kind of interconnected, and how, you know, their stories came together in the end. I felt like it was really satisfying. So this one, another win for me by V.E. Schwab, and I'm actually going to be seeing V.E. Schwab soon on her tour, and I'm so excited. So this book, so good. I feel like it's one that I will love more and more with rereads, so really excited to reread this one day, but had a lot of fun reading it the first time. Definitely recommend you guys pick this book up. But the other fantasy book on the TBR is A Voyage of the Damned by Frances White. This is another ARC copy that I have, but this book came out in August of last year, and I just haven't had a chance to get to it yet. But it's like I don't think it's for pirates, but it's like they're on a ship in the sea. It gives summer. It's giving August for some reason, so that's kind of what I'm planning on reading it. But it says 12 magical blessings, 12 days at sea, 1 chance to stop a killer and save the world. It just sounds like a lot of fun. It says on the back the tropes that are in it, and it says forbidden love, which I adore, forced proximity, which I also adore, reluctant hero, magic, and murder. So what more could you want? I'm excited about this one. But moving right on along into the YA books. So the first one, again, is one that I've already read. I literally read it last night, and I cannot wait to talk about it with you guys. Literally so excited. So I read We Could Be Magic by Marissa Meyer, illustrated by Joelle Murray. Oh my goodness, I knew I was gonna love it because it's Marissa Meyer. I love practically everything that she writes, and I just figured a graphic novel from her. Obviously we have the Wires and Nerve Lunar Chronicles graphic novels, but I figured getting a graphic novel from her outside of that would be amazing, because those are like my favorite graphic novels. So I had high hopes for this, but I'm not gonna lie, I did not remember much about what it was about until I bought it yesterday and brought it home. Oh my goodness, I read it right away and I loved it. It was so cute, so precious. I fangirled a little too hard at the end, and I was like flailing my hand around, you know how fangirls do, and my ring just slipped off my finger and flew across the room. Okay, I was sitting at my desk, which is on the other corner of the room, and it landed like right here. Like it flew. It flew hard. And it was just so funny. Like I paused my fangirling just to stare at it across the room, and I was like, what just happened? And then I continued reading, finished the graphic novel, and then went to go pick up my ring. I loved this so much. So this graphic novel follows our main character, Tabby. Yeah, Tabby. I'm terrible with character names, but this book follows our main character, Tabby, and she has always dreamed of working at Summerland, which is essentially Disneyland. Like, it's very, very similar. All the little, like, mentions of, like, the inner workings of Summerland is very reminiscent of Disneyland, and kind of the conspiracies around Disneyland, and all the little details, like hidden Mickeys are hidden cats, which is just so much fun. So I had a blast with that because obviously I love Disneyland, so that was really exciting to see all the little Easter eggs that like matched up with Disneyland. But basically it's been her dream to work at Summerland since she was a kid. She's always believed in a true love because of their movies and their books and things. She's landed her dream job at the theme park for their summer program, and she gets a temporary job at the nacho stand before the auditions for the characters happen, and it's her dream to play one of the princesses, but unfortunately she doesn't fit the mold of what the theme park thinks a princess should look like. Basically it's just her dream. She works so hard to try to become a character actor in this park and to follow her dreams. Like, this book at its core is just about following your dreams, chasing them, working hard for them, and making them happen, and I think that is such a beautiful theme to explore in this cute little graphic novel. I'm obsessed with it. It obviously also had a little romance between our two characters here. It was so cute. It says A Week Could Be Magic is a perfect read for anyone looking to get swept away by a sparkly summer romance, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. This was just so much fun, so charming, so cute. Definitely one of my new favorite graphic novels. It was so fun. Speaking of Marissa Meyer, we have With a Little Luck, which is a YA book by her that came out a little while ago. I think it was a couple years ago now, and I did start reading it. I got up to page 78 and then I put it down. Quite a juxtaposition to my over enthusiastic feelings about this graphic novel. Her YA romance novels are not my favorite amongst her work. I liked Instant Karma a lot, but I felt like it would benefit from not having the little magical element in it of the instant karma that our character could like enact on other people. And my issue with this book, in the little bit that I read of it, is our main character is like blessed with good luck, and so like anything that they want kind of happens, and so it kind of felt a little boring because anything this character wants just is given to them, and that was just kind of not very exciting to read in that little chunk that I read. And I have faith that Marissa Meyer is gonna pull it, you know, turn it around and make it great, and obviously things are gonna fall apart at some point, and I was kind of getting the vibe that they were going to fall apart soon, but I just felt like I wasn't in the right mood for this book and I want to love it, so I would like to continue reading it and finally finish it. I don't think I'm gonna reread what I read, I just don't think I care enough, but I am gonna continue from where I left off and hopefully find a love and appreciation for this book. But all in all, these are not my favorite books by Marissa Meyer, so I'm just hoping that I can get invested in the romance because that's what I loved so much about Instant Karma. It's just the magic side of things that are not my favorite in these books for some reason. But I would really like to finally finish this one. It takes place in like a coastal beach town, so it's perfect for summer. So this is definitely one that I just need to finally tick off that TBR as well. The next book is I Hope This Doesn't Find You by Anne Liang. I actually don't know the vibes of this at all in terms of like what season it takes place in, but I recently read This Time It's Real by Anne Liang and I adored it. Oh my god, it was so cute. So I just really want to read a new Anne Liang book, and she actually has a new book that just came out and I believe it hit the New York Times bestseller list, so congratulations to her. But yeah, I just really want to read more Anne Liang, so since I already own this one, I would like to get to this one. Like I said, don't know what it's about. Sadie Wen is perfect on paper. She's a school captain, valedictorian, and a pleasure to have in class. It's not easy, but she has a trick to keep her model student smile plastered on her face at all times. She channels all her frustrations into her email drafts. She'd never send them, of course. She would rather die than hurt anyone's feelings, but it's a relief to let loose on her power-hungry English teacher or a free-loading classmate taking credit for her work. All of Sadie's emails are directed at her infuriating co-captain Julius Gong, whose arrogance and competitive streak have irked Sadie since they were kids. You're attention-starved and self-obsessed and unbearably vain. I really hope your comb breaks and you run out of whatever expensive hair products you've been using to make your hair appear deceptively soft. Sadie doesn't have to hold back in her emails because nobody will ever read them. That is, until they're accidentally sent out. Overnight, Sadie's carefully crafted, conflict-free life is turned upside down. It's her worst nightmare. Now everyone at school knows what she really thinks of them, and they're not afraid to tell her what they really think of her either. But amid the chaos, there's one person growing to appreciate the real Sadie, Julius, the only boy she's sworn to hate. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited about this. So it's not taking place during summer because they're in school, but I don't really care. I feel like reading it. I want to read it, so hopefully I can get to it soon. I just love Anne Liang's writing style. I loved This Time It's Real. The romance was adorable, so cute. So desperately hoping that I can find my way to this book this summer. This next book has been on a couple of summer TBRs. I think the last 2 years straight at least. So maybe third time's the charm, and that is Don't Date Rosa Santos by Nina Moreno. This cover screams summer, which is why it's on every summer TBR. I just need to actually get to it. So let me tell you guys what this one's about, because honestly, I don't remember, and maybe that's why I haven't read it, because the synopsis is not clear in my head, you know? But it says, Rosa Santos is cursed by the sea. At least that's what they say. Dating her is bad news, especially if you're a boy with a boat. But Rosa feels more caught than cursed, caught between cultures and choices, between her abuela, a beloved healer and pillar of their community, and her mother, an artist who crashes in and out of her life like a hurricane. Between Port Coral, the quirky South Florida town they call home, and Cuba, the island her abuela refuses to talk about. As her college decision looms, Rosa collides literally with Alex Aquino, the mysterious boy with tattoos of the ocean whose family owns the marina. With her heart, her family, and her future on the line, can Rosa break a curse and find her place beyond the horizon? Stop, it sounds so cute. Like, I don't know why I haven't gotten to this yet. So excited to read this book. I need to finally get to it. I'm sure that I'm going to love it, okay? I know that I will. There's a very low chance that I won't. I'm very excited. I just need to get to it. I don't know what's wrong with me. That's like the theme of this TBR. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know why I haven't read these books, but I need to read them. So this one hopefully will be read soon. Finally, for the young adult books, we have I'll Pretend You're Mine by Tashi Bouillon, which is another recent release. And it's actually the book that I'm about to start today, and I think I'm going to try to read the entire book today. That is my plan. It is not very big, so I should be able to do it. But Tashi Bouillon, one of my favorite authors of all time, okay? I adore her with like every fiber of my being. Her books are just everything to me, and this book I'm sure will be no different. It's fake dating, and I already know that Tashi Bouillon can pull off the fake dating trope, okay? Counting Down with You, right there, excellent. One of my favorite fake dating tropes. I feel like that book really solidified my love of fake dating. Like, I don't know why, but when that book came out, my love for like fake dating skyrocketed, and it's like all I ever talked about on this channel. I freaking love it so much, and I just know she's gonna do an amazing job in this one. I know that we follow like a superstar. Yeah, so our main character Summer has made a name for herself in the music industry, and then I think she meets an actor. Yeah, a child actor turned playboy. So they kind of pull together this PR stunt where they are fake dating, and I'm just so excited about it. I don't need to know anything else beyond that. I know I'm gonna love it. Very excited. I'm going to be reading this next. I'm so excited. Like, literally after I finish filming this, I am jumping into this book, and it is going to be perfect. I'm so excited. The last few books on the TBR lean the more classics route, and it's because I'm hoping to take a trip to PEI, Prince Edward Island, with my mom in August. We have yet to book it, which is kind of making me nervous, but like hopefully we can figure it out soon and we can go, because I would like to read these books on that trip in preparation for that trip. It's going to be a good time. So first of all, let's talk about the books in preparation for the trip. The first one is the first volume of the Selected Journals of Ellen Montgomery. This is edited by Mary Rubio and Elizabeth Waterston. I have been slowly reading this book over the last couple of years. I am currently on page 154. When my mom and I were first initially talking about taking this trip, I really got into this book and read like a huge chunk of it, and then I've kind of been focusing on other things since then, but it is my goal to have this entire volume finished before going to PEI. This is the only journal of hers that I own, which is why it's the one that I'm hoping to read before the trip, but I'm really enjoying it so far. Then we had 2 more books that I want to read before the trip ideally, and one of them I own, one of them I don't, but I would like to purchase a copy of it soon. But the first one is The Story Girl. This, I believe, is one of Ellen Montgomery's favorite of her books, if not her favorite. I think I've heard that. Honestly, don't know anything about it besides the main character tells stories a lot, so I think that's kind of what this whole book's about. I don't really need to know. I love Ellen Montgomery. I want to read more books outside of the Anne universe, so this one is something that I would like to read before I go. The other one is The Blue Castle by Ellen Montgomery. This one I'm particularly interested to read. I don't know why. I've kind of been hearing things about it. But the other books I want to read are the first 3 books of the Anne series. I want to read these on the trip. I want to reread the first 3 books because they're my favorite books in the entire series, and it's been a long time since I've read these 2 in particular. I've read Anne of Green Gables a million times, and I'm only rereading it because I want to, not because I need to get to these ones, just because I want to. I love it. It's one of my favorite books of all time. It's amazing. Anne of Avonlea and Anne of the Island, I don't think I've reread since I was like 15, 16. It's been a long time. But I am ready to reread them, see Anne a little bit more grown up, see Gilbert, see their love. What the hell was that? My bad. See their love bloom. I'm very excited. I think I need to end this video. We're getting into some goofy territory here, but I love Anne of Green Gables, and I think reading Anne while being surrounded by Anne in the place that it was inspired by, you know, visiting the Green Gables house and going to the Lake of Shining Waters and through the haunted woods, like, oh my god, it's going to be beautiful. I need to read these books in PEI. I'm so excited I could cry. Anyways, I just realized I forgot to mention a book in the romance categories. I'm gonna mention that real quick, and it Sounds Like Love by Ashley Poston. This is her new release. I'm so excited for this book. I genuinely don't know what it's about, but Ashley Poston, auto-buy author for me, especially for her romance books. But yes, that brings us to the end of my summer TBR. These are some of the books that I'm hoping to read. I will probably be reading more than these, but these are kind of the main ones. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know what books you're planning on reading this summer. I'd love to know. Subscribe if you've not yet already, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!